All right, so you've brought us a ton of info about ONPASSIVE.
Yeah.
A lot to unpack.
It is.
To be honest, it's a bit overwhelming, right?
It is, for sure.
Like trying to put together a puzzle, but with no picture on the box to guide you.
Exactly.
So for everyone listening, our goal today is to help make sense of it all.
Absolutely.
We want to find those crucial pieces, the ones that will give you a clear path to not just being a part of this whole ONPASSIVE AI thing, but actually succeeding in it.
That's the key, right? Not just participating, but thriving.
Exactly.
And that's what we're here to dig into.
Right. We're not just going to repeat everything you've already seen.
No way.
We want to go deeper.
We're going to take all this raw information about ONPASSIVE and pull out the stuff that you can actually use.
The actionable stuff.
Exactly. The key steps that these sources themselves highlight as vital for reaching your goals.
Perfect. So let's start with the basics.
Okay.
ONPASSIVE, at its core, it's a tech company driven by AI, founded by Ash Mufareh. And they're making some big promises.
Huge promises.
Automated business solutions, all powered by artificial intelligence. And they claim it all operates within a revolutionary business model.
That's the pitch.
It sounds intriguing, but let's break it down.
Let's get practical.
Based on all this material, what's the very first thing someone needs to understand to find success in ONPASSIVE?
Well, the sources are pretty clear on this.
Yeah.
It all comes down to grasping the ONPASSIVE ecosystem.
Ecosystem.
Yeah, you can't really use a set of tools effectively.
Right.
If you don't know what they are, how they all work together.
Makes sense.
And the sources highlight several key AI-powered products that are like the foundation of it all.
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
So there's OConnect.
OConnect.
Which they present as a next-generation video conferencing tool. Think beyond just your typical video calls.
Okay.
Potentially with some serious AI features integrated.
Interesting.
Then you've got OMail.
OMail.
An email system, but enhanced with AI.
AI-enhanced email. I can see where this is going.
Yeah, and even things like OTrim.
OTrim.
It's their AI-driven URL shortener.
Okay, so shortening links, but with AI, I'm guessing it does more than just shorten, though.
You got it.
All right, so we're starting to see a pattern.
Right. It's not just slap an O on some basic tools.
It sounds like this AI is built into everything.
Deeply integrated.
And I bet there's more.
Oh, there's definitely more. You've got OCreate for building websites.
OCreate. Okay.
Because I'd imagine uses AI to make design and functionality way easier.
Right, like drag and drop, but on steroids?
Exactly. And then there's OFounders.
OFounders, that sounds exclusive.
Yeah, it's described as an exclusive platform. Maybe early access or special perks for members.
Makes sense. And on top of all that?
On top of all that, a bunch of other communication and business solutions.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Okay, so you've got OChat,
OChat,
OPeer, ODit, OPal.
Wow. It's a lot.
It is a lot. And the important thing to remember here is that you don't just need to memorize all these names.
Right. It's not about that.
The key takeaway is to actually explore each of these platforms.
Dive into them.
Exactly. How do they function?
Yeah.
What problems do they solve? And this is the crucial part. How can their specific features help you achieve your business goals?
That's a good way to look at it.
Right. It's not about memorizing a product catalog. It's about finding the tools that can actually make a difference for you.
So looking at this list, even just at first glance, which of these tools jump out at you as maybe offering solutions or opening up new doors?
It's an important question to consider.
Okay, so let's say you've got a decent handle on the ecosystem now.
All right.
What's the next crucial step?
Well, the sources are pretty clear on this too. You can't just sit back and wait for things to happen.
You got to take action.
Exactly. Becoming an active participant is non-negotiable.
So this isn't a platform where you can just sign up and watch the money roll in?
Definitely not. Passive observation isn't going to cut it.
Got to put in the work.
That's the name of the game.
So how do you become an active participant?
What does that look like?
Yeah. What does that look like in ONPASSIVE?
Well, they point to some specific things you can do.
Okay.
One big one is attending ONPASSIVE 360 events.
360 events?
And their corporate webinars.
Okay.
These are probably designed to give you the latest updates on the company.
Makes sense.
New feature strategy.
So you're going straight to the source.
Exactly. It's valuable information straight from the horse's mouth.
All right. So attend those events. What else?
Another key thing is joining ONPASSIVE communities and forums.
So connecting with other users.
Exactly. And this is where the peer-to-peer learning comes in.
Right.
You can see how others are using the platform, share your own experiences, and even troubleshoot problems together.
It's like tapping into a collective knowledge base.
That's a great way to put it.
And one thing that stood out to me in the material is that they even mention engaging with leadership figures.
Oh, yeah, like Mike Ellis and Ashmi Farai.
Exactly. That suggests a level of accessibility that you don't always see.
For sure.
It's like getting insights straight from the cop.
Yeah, even if you can't always interact with them directly,
Right.
just seeing their presence in communications in those webinars and forums can give you a much clearer understanding of the big picture.
Of the vision for ONPASSIVE.
Precisely.
Okay, so we've got attending events, engaging in the community.
Right.
What about networking?
Ah, networking.
You always hear how crucial it is in business.
It is essential.
But how does that play out in the context of an AI-powered platform like ONPASSIVE?
That's a good question. And the sources actually point to specific tools within ONPASSIVE that are made for networking.
Like what?
So they mention OPeer and OChat.
Okay, so tools built specifically for collaboration.
Exactly. But it goes beyond just adding contacts to your list.
Right. It's about actually engaging with those people.
Yeah, sharing your knowledge, exchanging best practices, offering support.
So it's more about fostering a genuine community
than just collecting LinkedIn connections.
Yeah, a community where everyone can learn from each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because everyone's working within the same ONPASSIVE framework,
it creates a shared understanding.
It does.
Yeah.
And that can be super valuable.
Okay, so we've covered the ecosystem, active participation,
yes,
building a network.
Check.
What's the next piece of the puzzle?
Well, now we get into the heart of it all.
Okay.
The practical application of ONPASSIVE's biggest strength.
Which is?
Their AI-driven marketing tools.
Ah, now we're talking.
This is where things start to get really interesting.
Right. This is where we see the AI actually doing its thing.
Putting the rubber to the road.
And the sources give some specific examples of how to do this.
They do.
One that jumped out at me was using Odit for content creation.
Oh, yeah, Odit.
It sounds like an AI assistant that helps you generate all sorts of content.
Exactly. It can help you brainstorm ideas, draft text, even come up with headlines.
So it takes some of the pressure off.
Big time. Especially if you're not a natural writer.
Right. Then there's OTrim.
Which, as we mentioned, is their URL shortener.
But it's got to be more than that with AI behind it.
Oh, it is for sure. An AI-powered URL shortener could track how well your links are performing.
Oh, that's useful.
You could even A/B test different versions of your links.
So you can see which ones get the most clicks.
Exactly. And it could even optimize how your links are delivered based on user behavior.
Wow. So it's constantly learning and improving.
That's the power of AI.
And then there's OMail.
Ah, yes, OMail.
Yeah.
Not just your average email client.
Right, because it's got AI baked in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it might have smart filtering to prioritize the important messages.
So you're not drowning in email.
Exactly. And it could even have AI writing assistants.
To help you write better emails.
More clear, more efficient emails.
So it's like having a little writing coach built right in.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And the big takeaway here is to use these tools.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to use them.
Integrate them into your workflow. Use them to promote your business.
To reach your target audience.
More effectively. That's the key.
So it's all about embracing these AI assistants.
Embracing the future.
To make your marketing more streamlined and powerful.
Absolutely.
Okay, we've talked about the tools themselves, but the next point focuses on something a bit more abstract.
Ah, yes, the ONPASSIVE mindset.
What does that even mean?
That's a good question. It's a crucial part of succeeding in ONPASSIVE.
But it's not something you can just download.
It's not a piece of software.
Right.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to adopt the ONPASSIVE mindset?
Well, the sources emphasize the importance of patience.
Patience, okay?
And persistence.
So it's not about getting rich quick.
Definitely not. It's about understanding that this AI-driven automation,
it takes time.
It takes time to unfold. It's not an instant overnight success.
Right.
It's a system that needs time to learn and optimize.
To learn your needs.
Back.
So manage your expectations.
That's key. It's not a magic wand.
But it's also about trusting the process.
Trusting that the automated business model can actually generate passive income.
Which is a big draw for a lot of people.
It is. It's the dream, right?
To have your business working for you, even when you're not working.
Exactly. And that's what ONPASSIVE is promising.
But it requires trust.
Trust in the system.
Trust that it can actually deliver on those promises.
Right. But it's not blind faith.
No. You still need to be engaged.
You need to monitor things.
To make sure it's all running smoothly.
Exactly. And the sources also highlight the importance of staying positive.
Positive about what?
About the company's growth.
Okay.
They're saying that your individual success is tied to the overall success of ONPASSIVE.
So the platform grows, you grow.
That's the idea.
So believe in the vision.
And see yourself as part of something bigger.
Okay, that's a powerful message.
It is.
Now let's talk money.
Everyone's favorite topic.
The next point focuses on maximizing financial opportunities with OWallet.
OWallet, time to get into the nitty-gritty.
This is where we see how you actually make money with ONPASSIVE.
Exactly. So OWallet is their secure digital payment platform.
Like a digital wallet,
Pretty much.
but specifically for ONPASSIVE.
Yep. All your earnings within the platform are managed through OWallet.
So it's like the central hub for your finances.
Exactly. And the first step is setting it up properly.
Right. Make sure it's secure.
Security is paramount.
And then there's the commission structure for residual income.
Yes, the moneymaker.
This is what everyone wants to know about.
How do you actually earn in ONPASSIVE?
What's the potential for recurring income?
Those are the big questions.
And I'm assuming the specific details are outlined in ONPASSIVE's documentation.
They should be. But the key takeaway here is to really understand how you earn.
To do your research.
Exactly. And to see what the possibilities are for ongoing income.
Okay, and then there's mention of strategically withdrawing and reinvesting funds.
That's an interesting point.
It suggests that you need to be proactive with your finances.
Not just letting the money sit there.
Use your earnings to grow your business.
Maybe expand your network.
Or utilize more of the platform's tools.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So OWallet isn't just a passive receptacle.
It's a tool for growth.
A tool to leverage within the ecosystem.
Okay, so we've covered the tools, the mindset, the money.
What's next?
Let's talk about security.
Yes. Security, a crucial aspect,
Especially in the online world.
especially these days.
And the sources address this head on.
They do.
They talk about securing your business with OVerify and OVirtual.
Two important tools.
So OVerify is about authentication.
Making sure you are who you say you are.
Right. And complying with ONPASSIVE's Know Your Customer requirements.
KYC.
Exactly. It's all about establishing trust,
Trust and legitimacy.
both for you as a user,
And for the platform as a whole.
and then there's OVirtual.
Which sounds like it adds an extra layer of digital security.
Protection against cyber threats.
Yeah, hackers, malware, that sort of thing.
So it's about keeping your digital assets safe
Safe and sound.
and ensuring a secure online experience within ONPASSIVE.
That's the goal.
So it's good to see that they're taking security seriously.
Absolutely. It's essential.
Okay, so we've got the tools, the mindset, the financials, the security.
Sounds like we've covered a lot.
What's next on the list?
Well, now that you're all set up and secure,
Yeah,
the next step is promoting ONPASSIVE.
spreading the word.
Exactly. It's about scaling your success by getting others on board.
And the sources offer some specific ways to do this.
They do.
One interesting one is leveraging OShop
OShop.
for personalized branding and merchandise.
Oh, yes, merch.
So creating tangible items.
With your branding on them.
It's a clever way to create a physical connection to the ONPASSIVE brand
It is. It's a way to stand out.
and to reach a wider audience.
Exactly.
And of course, there's social media.
Can't forget social media,
Sharing your experience.
your insights, your updates about ONPASSIVE.
It's a classic way to expand your reach.
And it still works.
And finally, there's the good old referral program,
Yes, referrals.
encouraging others to join through your unique link.
It's a great way to grow the network organically.
And you might even earn some bonuses along the way.
Exactly. So it's a win-win.
So it's about becoming an advocate for ONPASSIVE,
And using different channels to spread the message.
which in turn can boost your own success.
That's the idea.
Now, given how quickly technology changes,
It's moving at warp speed.
the sources emphasize the importance of staying updated
It's getting ahead of the curve.
on ONPASSIVE's evolution, because
Yeah.
they're not just going to stand still.
No way, they're constantly evolving.
So what are the key areas you need to stay informed about?
Well, for starters, new product launches,
New tools.
new features,
Exactly. You don't want to miss out on the latest and greatest.
especially if those new features could give you a competitive edge.
Right.
And then there's their expansion into new global markets.
Ah, yes, globalization.
So how does that affect the individual user?
Well, as ONPASSIVE expands into new markets, it grows its user base.
More potential customers,
Yeah.
more potential partners. Exactly. It opens up a whole new world of possibilities.
And finally, they talk about strategic partnerships,
Collaborations with other companies.
which could bring all sorts of new integrations and benefits to the platform.
Exactly. It's all about adding value.
So staying informed is an ongoing process.
It's a journey, not a destination,
You got to keep your finger on the pulse
to make sure you're not falling behind.
and to capitalize on new opportunities as they arise.
That's the key.
So that brings us to the final point.
The grand finale.
Developing long-term growth strategies.
Yes. thinking ahead.
And it sounds like the sources really emphasize that success with ONPASSIVE.
Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's about playing the long game.
Exactly.
So what are the key elements of a long-term growth strategy?
Well, the first thing is setting clear business goals.
Specific to your ONPASSIVE business.
Exactly. Because without goals,
You're just drifting.
you need a roadmap, a destination in mind.
And then you can track your progress along the way.
Exactly. Make sure you're moving in the right direction.
And the sources also mention analyzing your performance.
Using the data that ONPASSIVE provides.
Right, because they have all sorts of AI-driven insights.
They do. They can show you what's working and what's not.
So you can make data-driven decisions.
Instead of just guessing.
And adjust your strategies as needed.
To optimize for success.
And finally, they talk about staying adaptable.
Embracing change.
Because ONPASSIVE is constantly evolving.
It is. It's always introducing new AI-driven opportunities.
So you need to be ready to pivot.
To adjust your strategies as the platform changes.
So it's a constant cycle.
Of learning.
Adapting.
And growing.
Okay, well, we've really gone deep here.
We have.
We've broken down what the sources identify as the key steps to thriving in ONPASSIVE.
It's a lot to take in.
It is, but let's recap the main points.
Okay.
You need to understand the ONPASSIVE ecosystem.
Foundation.
You need to actively participate.
Engagement is key.
You need to build a strong network.
Surround yourself with like-minded individuals.
You need to leverage their AI-driven marketing tools.
Let the AI work for you.
You need to adopt the right mindset.
Patience, persistence, positivity.
You need to manage your finances effectively with O-Wallet.
Treat it like a business.
You need to prioritize security.
Protect yourself.
You need to actively promote ONPASSIVE.
Spread the word.
You need to stay updated on its evolution.
Don't fall behind.
And you need to develop solid, long-term growth strategies.
The big picture.
And the overarching message seems to be that success with ONPASSIVE.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen overnight.
Definitely not.
It requires dedication.
And a willingness to put in the work.
You need to be strategic.
And informed.
You need to learn the ropes.
And actively engage with the platform.
And with the community.
It's a team effort.
So as you consider all of this
vast AI-powered ecosystem,
think about how it could change your approach to online business.
It's a game changer.
How could ONPASSIVE unlock new possibilities for you in the years to come?
That's the question, isn't it?
That's what we want you to think about.
It's a future worth exploring.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.
Ever feel like you're drowning in a sea of apps and platforms and processes?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Just trying to keep up in this digital world.
Yeah, it can be a lot.
Feels like you're always chasing the next shiny tool.
The magic bullet. Right.
Yeah. Hoping this is the one that's going to fix everything.
Right.
Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today.
Okay.
This whole idea of like an AI-powered ecosystem.
Okay.
That could maybe help cut through all that complexity.
Yeah, make sense of it all.
And for this deep dive, we're going deep on a specific example.
Okay, what's that?
ONPASSIVE.
ONPASSIVE. Interesting.
Yeah, so we're going to unpack it all, what they're all about, the tech they're using.
Yeah.
How it could potentially impact businesses and individuals.
Okay, sounds good.
We've got a ton of interesting material to go through.
Okay.
Kind of their introduction, their vision, deep dive into the tech indigenous model strategies for success.
Okay.
Some of the challenges they face and where they see things going in the future.
Wow. That's a lot to cover.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Well, let's get started.
Yeah, and behind it all is the CEO, Ash Mufareh.
Okay.
Who's the driving force, the visionary.
I see. All right, so let's start with that vision.
Yeah.
What are they trying to achieve? What's the core mission of ONPASSIVE?
Okay, so their main goal is to build a completely automated business environment.
Completely automated, huh? Ambitious.
Yeah, and the key to this automation is AI.
AI, okay, so it's all about AI-driven solutions throughout the whole system.
Exactly.
Interesting, they've also broken down their mission into 4 specific areas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not just automation in a general sense. There's a bigger picture here.
Okay, what are those 4 areas?
So first you have AI innovation.
Okay.
They're constantly developing intelligent tools to improve business operations.
So it's more than just basic software.
Right, it's tools that actually learn and adapt to your needs.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, what's the second one?
Second is automation itself.
Okay.
Which, as you said, is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, less manual work.
Right, minimizing those repetitive tasks freeing up your time and resources.
So basically more efficiency across the board.
Exactly.
Okay, what's number 3?
Third one is community growth.
Community growth. Okay.
So it's not just about the tech itself.
Okay.
It's also about fostering a network of entrepreneurs and businesses.
So they can connect and collaborate and grow together.
Exactly.
Okay, interesting. And what's the final pillar?
The final one is financial freedom.
Financial freedom.
Yeah, the idea is to create opportunities for residual income
Okay.
through all these automated processes within the ecosystem.
So not only are you saving resources, you could potentially generate new revenue streams.
Right, because everything's running more efficiently.
Okay, so it's a pretty comprehensive approach.
Yeah, when you put it all together, it seems like they're really trying to tackle those complexities of modern business.
Yeah.
Less wasted time on those routine tasks so you can focus on growth and innovation.
Yeah. Free up your time for the important stuff.
Right? Harnessing technology to give you back your time and your capital.
Exactly. Okay, so this vision of like a fully automated business sounds really cool.
It does.
But what does it actually look like in practice?
Yeah, good question. So what are the specific tools that make up this ONPASSIVE ecosystem?
All right, so let's explore the engine room here.
Okay.
The ecosystem itself is a suite of digital tools,
Mm-hmm.
but rather than just like listing a bunch of names,
Yeah.
let's group them by function,
Okay, that makes sense.
what they actually do.
Yeah, much more insightful that way.
Right, so first up we have communication and collaboration.
Okay.
The sources highlight OConnect,
Oh, connect.
which is an AI-powered video conferencing solution.
Interesting.
So like think of your regular video calls,
Yeah.
but with built-in AI features,
Okay.
like automatic meeting summaries or even real-time translation,
Oh, wow.
stuff that can boost productivity.
That could be super helpful.
Yeah, and then there's also OPeer,
Oh, pure. Okay.
which seems to be more for general communication and collaboration.
So for teams and broader networks?
Yeah, exactly.
So they're addressing both internal and external communication needs.
Yeah, what else we got?
Okay, what else is in this toolkit?
Okay, next is email and privacy.
Okay, email and privacy.
The main offering here is OMail,
Oh, mail.
and they really emphasize secure communication and enhanced privacy features.
Oh, that's important these days.
Yeah, data security is so important.
It's a huge priority for a lot of people.
Exactly. Okay, then we move on to content and media.
Content and media, okay.
Okay, Audit.
Which is a platform for content creation and media editing.
Okay, so for producing all those materials your business needs.
Exactly. Written content, images, videos, the whole shebang.
Yeah, that's crucial nowadays. Engaging content is everything.
Absolutely. All right, so shifting gears now
Okay.
to efficiency and optimization.
Efficiency and optimization.
One tool that stands out is OTrim.
OTrim. Okay.
This is a URL shortening and tracking tool.
So shortening links and tracking their performance. Right. And it might seem like a small thing.
Yeah.
But it's actually really valuable.
For marketing campaigns and understanding your audience.
Exactly.
It's all about streamlining your online presence.
Yeah, and getting that actionable data.
Okay, so what about the AI stuff?
Okay, yeah, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
AI-powered assistance.
Okay.
The sources highlight OChat,
OChat.
which is an AI-driven chatbot for automated customer support.
Oh, like those instant responses you get online sometimes?
Yeah, exactly. So they're using natural language processing to understand and respond to customer queries.
Oh, wow. So potentially freeing up human agents for more complex issues.
Exactly. 24/7 support without increasing staffing needs.
That could be a game changer.
Right. Okay. Next up, financial management and security.
Okay, financial management.
We've got OWallet,
Oh, wallet.
which is for digital payments and overall financial management.
Okay.
And then OVerify,
Oh, verify.
which is a secure identity verification system.
So making sure online transactions are safe?
Yeah. Exactly. Both super important for secure and efficient financial operations.
Yeah. Trust and security are essential when it comes to finances.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Okay, and finally,
Okay.
cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity, of course.
We have OVirtual,
Oh, virtual.
which offers cybersecurity solutions to protect businesses from online threats.
Yeah, that's not just a nice to have anymore, it's a must have.
Exactly. In today's digital environment, you got to be protected.
So it's a really comprehensive set of tools
It is.
covering a wide range of business needs.
Yeah, and one thing that stands out to me
Yeah.
is that they're all designed to integrate seamlessly.
Oh, interesting. So they're not meant to be used in isolation.
Right. It's all about them working together as a unified platform.
Sharing data and insights.
Exactly. So everything's in sync.
Okay, which could lead to smoother workflows and better results.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
and talk about the business side of things.
The business model.
Yeah, how does OnPassive actually make money?
Right, because understanding their business model is key to understanding its potential relevance.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's primarily a subscription-based revenue system.
Subscription-based. Okay.
Yeah. Users pay a recurring fee
Oh,
to access all the tools and services.
so it's like you're renting access to the platform.
Right, pretty standard model for SaaS companies.
Okay, makes sense. But there are a couple of interesting elements.
Oh, really? What are they?
The sources mention automated marketing and lead generation powered by AI.
So the platform's actively helping users attract customers.
Yeah, it's more than just providing marketing software.
It's an integrated approach to business growth.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what else? And then there's the concept of passive income opportunities for members.
Passive income. Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be linked to referrals and product usage within their network.
Interesting. So there's a community-driven aspect to revenue generation.
Right. You're not just using the tools for your own business.
You can potentially earn by inviting others to join.
Ex-
Okay, and is this available everywhere?
Yeah, the sources emphasize that it's globally accessible.
Okay, so for entrepreneurs, businesses of all sizes, even individuals.
Yeah, regardless of location.
So global reach is a big part of their strategy.
It is.
It sounds like they're trying to create that network effect.
Yeah, the more people use it, the more valuable it becomes for everyone.
Exactly. Okay, so we've got a good picture of what they're trying to do and the tools they offer.
Yeah.
But how do you actually make the most of this system?
Right, good question.
What are the strategies for success within the OnPassive ecosystem?
Okay, so this is where it gets really practical.
Yeah, how can you, the listener, potentially see positive results?
Right. Okay, so the first strategy is thoroughly understanding the ecosystem.
Makes sense. Yeah, to know what you're working with.
Right. You can't use it effectively if you don't understand the different components.
It's more than just knowing the names.
Yeah, you need to know how they work,
Wow.
what problems they solve.
And how they apply to your specific needs.
Exactly. Okay, next up, active engagement.
Active engagement. Okay.
The sources specifically mention participating in things like OnPassive 360 webinars
Okay.
and interacting with the community.
So being involved, staying up to date,
Yeah, learning from each other.
that community aspect is really important.
It is. It's not just about the tech. It's about the network.
Right. Okay, what else?
Strategic networking.
Strategic networking.
They suggest using tools like OPeer and OChat to connect with other members.
So building relationships and fostering collaborations.
Yeah, which could lead to new opportunities.
Absolutely. Networking is so valuable.
It is. Okay, next, leveraging AI for growth.
Leveraging AI. Okay.
So using tools like OMail, OTrim, and OConnect in your daily operations.
To streamline tasks and really take advantage of the AI capabilities.
Yeah, making them a central part of your workflow.
So it's about actively using those AI features
Exactly.
to improve your marketing and communication and your efficiency.
Right. Okay, next, financial planning with OWallet.
Financial planning.
So effectively managing your earnings and any reinvestments.
Okay, being financially savvy.
Yeah, and using the tools to manage the financial aspects of your engagement.
Right. Okay, and what's this last one?
Last but not least, continuous learning.
Continuous learning.
The tech world is constantly evolving,
It is.
and platforms like OnPassive will evolve too.
So you got to stay informed about new developments.
Exactly. New features, updates to the ecosystem.
It's an ongoing process.
It is. You got to be adaptable.
Okay, so we've talked about the good stuff, but what about the challenges?
Right. It's important to have a balanced perspective.
Absolutely. No venture is without its obstacles.
So what kind of hurdles does OnPassive face?
Okay, well, the sources mentioned a few key challenges.
Okay, like what?
First one is market competition.
Okay.
They're up against some big players.
Yeah, the major tech companies.
Right, who are already established in AI and automation.
So it's got to be tough to stand out.
Yeah, they need a unique value proposition.
Okay, what's the next challenge?
Second one is regulatory compliance. Navigating all those international digital and financial regulations.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot.
It is, especially with global ambitions.
Yeah, keeping up with all the different laws and
You're
rules.
constantly changing.
Yeah, that's a big challenge.
Okay, and the third one,
Okay, the third challenge is adoption and trust.
adoption and trust.
Convincing people to embrace automation.
Yeah, and to trust a newer platform like OnPassive.
Right? That takes time and effort.
Especially for businesses who are used to doing things a certain way.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But the sources also talk about how OnPassive is addressing these challenges.
Okay, so what are they doing?
Okay, first, they're investing heavily in research and development.
So they're committed to staying at the forefront of AI innovation.
Exactly.